Hi, I'm your tile guy, Luke Miller from Sarasota Tile Solutions. The purpose of today's video is I want to show you how to avoid common tile failures and ensure that your tile installations are durable and beautiful and last for generations. One of the main reasons I'm in business today is because of seeing so many tile failures here on the Gulf Coast of Florida. So if you are experiencing tile failures or you're about to hire a tile contractor or a bathroom remodeler, this video is for you. Let's get right into some common tile failures that we've seen out in the marketplace. I've seen a lot of this stuff going on in the area. I'm going to just open up a page here called Tile Hacks. It's on Facebook and Instagram, and it kind of documents some of the failures that are going on out there in the marketplace. Obviously, there's a lot of issues with quote unquote simple things, layout failures and stuff like that, which is ugly to look at. But really what we're going to talk today about is some of the things that really cause a lot of headaches and a lot of grief and a lot of wasted money when you hire the wrong tile installer. Now, here's a shower floor we're primarily looking at. What they've done here is they've mixed they've really messed up. They've installed a traditional water in, water out, waterproof PVC liner for their waterproofing. And typically you would see a mud bed. It's like a dry pack mud bed with cement mix on top of this. But they've just went and put a Durock cement board down. Now there's no way to get that sloped appropriately for the drainage of the water, so they're going to see massive failures. Above we see what looks like to be maybe a hardy board, backer board, and of course the liner is above, on top of the backer board, not behind. So how are they going to tie in the tile once it, you're going to thin set your tile to that wall, and then you're going to have a large gap, a large bump out at the bottom. It's going to be a complete failure. I hope these people were stopped. Now here's one where they're mixing two different types of waterproofing. Again, your traditional PVC liner, but it's combined with a Schluter drain right here. And this drain is not meant to be in combination with the PVC liner. And again, it looks like they're getting ready to install tile right over the PVC liner, where this liner is not meant to accept tile. They've got Schluter Curdy waterproofing mixed in with a traditional water in, water out system. So make sure your tile contractor knows what waterproofing system they're using and why they're using it and why they like it, things like that. I do have some questions towards the end of this video that you can be armed with to ask your tile contractor. Obviously, again, we see a lot of this type of stuff, just ugly tile work out there. If it's ugly on the face, it's probably ugly, in the waterproofing. One of the most important things is what's under your tile. Here we see lots of divots, lots of just sloppy work, craftsmanship, and then again an old style drain that is meant to go with that PVC water in, water out liner that we were looking at earlier. So they're mixing a couple different things here, not using the right drain with the right waterproofing system. I really wanted to showcase this one as well. This is a very common failure we see here on the central coast of Florida, all over the nation, is what we call pancakes or thin set blobs. And why tile contractors do this is to make it pretty on the face, because your walls are not plumb, and so nobody took the time to plumb out your substrate. And in order to get flat tiles, they've just used big blobs of thin set here, everywhere, in order for that tile to look correct, but it leaves all types of cavities, as you can see, underneath the tile, for mold to grow. Bugs to live in. You could stash things, I guess, if you're looking to stash some stuff for a few years, put some stuff back there and tear it out. But oftentimes what we see this on floors and walls, especially with the larger format tiles nowadays. It's really easy to do this. and make it look pretty. And when it's, installed, it looks pretty, but it's terrible. It's a failure from day one because of the installation method. You want to have, a minimum 90% coverage, thin set coverage, depending on walls or floors. There is guidelines for that. And we'll dive into that in a minute as well with the TCNA and the Tile Council North America. But you're shooting for 90% thin set coverage. So you can see they've got thin set coverage here on this blob, but all this cavity here is no coverage. So it's just no good at all. We see a lot of that a lot of times. You can see another one here, thin set blobs. And oftentimes, if they're doing stuff like this, they're doing a lot of other things wrong. So if you see this type of failure, it can really, if you see it going in, if you're having an installation and you think something's wrong, it's best to stop the contractor. Here we see what resulted on the storefront of a Michael Kors here commercial job. Now you can see this was that pancake, thin set blob method, and it's obviously a failure. Now imagine you were walking out of a commercial space like this, and a tile fell on your head. I mean, that would hurt, potentially even worse than just a headache. But we see all this stuff a lot, and this is something, like I said, this is a floor, same type of thing. Now look, I mean, that's probably a solid inch right there, hollow space. So when you walk over this tile, and if you have a tile floor and you walk over it and it sounds hollow, it's because of stuff like this. And this is very extreme. Typically we don't see it that extreme, but yeah, I mean, it can get extreme. I mean, we just see all sorts of stuff out there in the field. Now here's one, and you might recognize this guy. He's on TV, Property Brothers, showing people how to install tile, and yet he's doing it incorrectly. So unfortunately, this is what we're up against, is a lot of tile hacks out there hacking things up, but also the media portraying our job as easy, and it's certainly not. It takes years of education to do it right. And unfortunately, they're using a good Schluter uncoupling membrane here that costs good money and performs well when done correctly, but they've just botched the whole job up. Now, whoever comes in and redoes this, not only have you lost money on the tile, you've lost whatever money you spent on the installation, you've lost money on the thin set and the grout materials. So it's really a sad state of affairs, and that's really why I'm creating this video, is to attempt to help people make good decisions. So let's talk about some ways you can avoid tile failures. Obviously we showcased a few photos, and I could go on and on about this subject. I won't any further. I think I've, showcased my point. But really how to avoid them is to, you obviously want a proper tile contractor to do a proper installation, a solid substrate. When you're talking about walls, you want it to be plumb, because if you're going to do a glass door, you want that glass door to be on a plumb surface. So oftentimes the framing's out of level, out of plumb, and you need to plumb it up, and there's techniques to do that. The use of the correct adhesives, the correct thin sets, the correct grouts. There are, not all grouts are equal. There are higher grade grouts that you can use for showers. I highly recommend an epoxy grout in all my showers. So choosing the right type of material, the right type of tile for your area as well. And then hiring, obviously, an experienced tile contractor, not necessarily somebody who's a handyman or who hasn't done a lot of tile work. So how can you find that professional tile contractor? Well, I have a few questions here. One would be to ask them about their experience. How many years have you and or your team been working exclusively as tile installers? Training. How were you trained? Do you participate in any ongoing professional training from organizations and or manufacturers? And tell me about those. Ask them about their favorite projects. If you can't tell, tile guys love to talk about tile. and they will tell you about their favorite projects. If they get lit up, if they get excited, say, tell me about your favorite project. Why? You might want to ask them, what challenges do you often overcome installing tile? Get them talking. See if they have a passion, a zeal for what they're doing. If you're investing good money into your home, you want to be comfortable with the contractor. References and photos should be a no-brainer. Can I speak with recent customers and view photos of some of your recent projects? Industry standards. We talked about it a little bit. Are you familiar with the TCNA handbook and ANSI standards? Does your work follow these recommendations? Now, this is what that book looks like. This is last year's book. I keep this year's book in my truck for reference, along with my PDF on my iPad. But it's the handbook for ceramics, glass, and stone tile installation. It's full of everything a tile contractor should know. Tile contractors should all possess at least one of these books. Even if it's outdated a little bit, I'd still be happy with that. We get one every year because we are members of the NTCA. I give out old ones. I keep one in the office, one in the truck, and I give out old ones to tile contractors all the time to attempt to, spread knowledge and encourage guys to learn the industry standards. What products do they use? What manufacturers do they use when it comes to showers or floors? What thin sets are they using? Get to know them a little bit. Not necessarily that you need to, dig into it too much. Just, again, get them talking. If they're like, oh, we use such and such products because of these reasons, and we really love to use them, and it makes our job easier. And by the way, we can offer you warranties. I mean, are they offering any sort of waterproofing material warranties? And I'll talk to you a little bit about what Tile Solutions offers. Insurance. Do they have the appropriate liability insurance? Do they have workers' compensation with their employees if they have employees? Are they, again, associated with any professional tile, any professional organizations, like I mentioned, the National Tile Contractors Association? Do they guarantee their work? Do they have a warranty for their work and or their materials? Now at Tile Solutions, we do offer lifetime warranties and lifetime guarantees on the labor. So we like to use lifetime warranty products from our chosen manufacturers. So we can offer 10, 15, 20-year warranties. We do offer up to lifetime warranties on the installation products themselves from the manufacturers. We also offer a lifetime labor guarantee on all of our work. We stand behind our work, and we will fix it at no cost to you if it's something that we did wrong. This gives you peace of mind, and we frankly take our job very seriously. So why wouldn't we stand behind it? We've been in business. I've been in the tile installation industry for over 20 years, since I was a teenager. Not carpet, not LVT, not anything but tile and stonework, showers, floors, backsplashes. I pride myself on my customer satisfaction. My team is well-versed and committed to quality. Our clients appreciate our communication. And of course, we're fully insured, giving you peace of mind. I hope this has been helpful. If you want to learn more, obviously visit our website. You can see it up at top, SarasotaTileSolutions.com. You can give me a phone call, 941-812-4830, or email luke@srqtilesolutions.com. I'm happy to give you a free consultation over the phone, even in person, if we want to meet at your house. And please subscribe to this channel. If this was helpful, I'll be coming out with more tips. I mean, there's a lot to talk about. I don't want to have my videos too long though, so I'll be making more videos about certain topics. If there's a question you have, put it in the comments. Thank you for watching, and please remember, I'm happy to assist you with all of your tile projects, small or big, so that you can have a quality tile installation project that comes with a lifetime warranty on materials and a lifetime guarantee on labor. Talk to you soon.